park. It was built in the 60s where Palm Springs had a ton of mobile home parks all over. What had happened over the years, it was kind of neglected, and then the power requirements changed. So when the current owners bought the park, there was probably about 100 vacant spaces in the park. So what they wanted to do is redevelop it and decide, what it was that they wanted to put in here to sell. They came to us and said, do you want to sell mobile homes? And we're like, well, you have a really cool opportunity here to do something different. So we kind of had to sell them on the pitch a little bit, but we said, let's try doing tiny homes and something that's architectural and offer a different product to our buyers that you can't normally find actually anywhere in California, but it's specifically Palm Springs.
You can't find it anywhere.
Not in this mass, like this many homes of a little community. It's just because land's so hard to find, and the biggest challenge with tiny homes is where are you going to put them. So that's why it created a really great opportunity for us to do this. And they took a risk, but they bought into it, and here we are today.
That's minimalistic, anthropometric, ergonomic, total off-grid applications. This fits the category.
When I see it, because I'm thinking I'm going to be an interior decorator, so I'm thinking we could open this up more, some doors that slide back where you can get a lot of air in, put a deck around it once you land it in a spot. Get you a portable, inflatable hot tub you can set out there, and it would be your getaway home. Rather than spending money for a hotel in Palm Springs, I can have this in Palm Springs, and I can go there and enjoy it.
With my personal hot tub.
With my personal hot tub.
Assuming that we could get the land for a reasonable price to do something like that.
Plus, when I saw this guy, I was like, I really liked his personality.
It'll start counting.
I hit the button. Oh yeah, I see 7. Is that taping?
It's taping now.
Wow. Isn't this beautiful?
See what I'm gonna do?
This some shit, man.
Keep it up there.
That's enough? It's at 40. Should I cut it off? It's at 45.
Better keep going.
Okay. Wow.
Get them windmills, that's good. Look at that expanse behind those windmills. Look at all that mountain range.
Wow.
Okay, there you go. Now pan to your right. There you go. Yeah.
Wow.
This is the kitchen. And of course it has a nice, very small two-seater table. But when I walk out, I walk out to a view like this. This particular suite has a very small patio that has a 5-foot high wall on it. But you can look at how the mountains change with the sunlight. This still happens to be around 8 o'clock in the morning. You can't beat views like this. And this is something that you would just find in town in any typical hotel in Palm Springs. Okay. This is Palm Canyon Mobile Club. And what these individuals did, they took ordinary mobile homes that you'll see that were stereotypical, such as what you would see right here. This type of home is what you would kind of see as a stereotypical mobile home. But what they did is they took, and if you'll look over here, this particular style right here is what's called a salt box. The salt box is the easiest type of home to build, but what they did is on each of these homes they found a way, the best way to do it. The best way to illustrate the approach that they took, if you'll look a little closer, they took a typical 800 square foot home and they managed to, by using the salt box design method, they attached to it, which is called a lean-to. A lean-to can be used with any material, minimize the construction cost. And they did this, and by their ingenious workings, these homes started at around $160,000 for a 2-bedroom, 800 square feet. But by gating off their properties, they managed to take a $160,000 home, they made it exclusive, and now these homes go for around $300,000. Now the beauty of this is that you could take a tiny home and you could take the same approach. Now you can look, it has fantastic scenery around it, so you cannot deny the style of the Palm Springs postmodern. And then if you'll look at that, you'll see that that approach is pretty much used all over the city. But imagine if you're in a desert, you wake up, this is the view that you get to see. And you cannot deny the environment, the opportunity for something really special. And this is the approach that I will more than likely take with my sister's property in White Hills. But this again is Palm Canyon Mobile Club. They did some pretty awesome architecture over here with mobile or manufactured homes. And so if you were to get something as simple as the configuration of a standard Incredibox, you could accomplish the same thing. Now, architecturally speaking, this is a wedge style roof. You're looking at about a 2 to 3 pitch, and that would be the style that I would try to emulate if I were to use a standard tiny home. What you have here, in this one in particular, look at the wedge. Look at your chevron, look at the wedge, look at the low pitch. Relatively inexpensive to build, good for this climate. Look at the wedge style. Look at the wedge style. That's what we're looking for. You can see it here. Much more defined. Huge home, but look at the definition. Okay, so here are the things that I need to go over. 1, a low sloped roof. I need to determine the direction I want to do it. That's check. 2, create a porch space. Check. I need room to commit to several units, maybe 3 to 4. And I want to be able to connect an RV, which is Sheba, and a shipping container. And then I would like to have a porch that would break off the wind. So these would be the ideas that I'm going to implement on the next design. So that's pretty much it. Other than that, I'm going to just enjoy the view for this one for the rest of the time. Well, I'm going to wrap this up right about here. You know something? These desert cities are such scenic places. I don't think that people really appreciate the beauty that's there. But I get a lot of inspiration out there. The silence is beautiful. You guys take care, and we'll see you on the next video. Now I have my inspiration.